Welcome to NFL Primetime on ESPN Plus, presented by Dell Technologies. Of those ahead, stay ahead.
Now, the last football Sunday in September already. It's week 4 of NFL Primetime. Chris Berman, Booger McFarland with you. 6 3-0 teams, 6 0-3 teams. Time to get moving, right?
Well, no doubt about it, Boom. You're starting to get to that point where you get to the quarter pole and teams want to know who they are.
By the way, there was a lot going on in the world of sports.
No doubt about it.
Any sport you like, whether it was Irish hurling or whether it was Australian rules football or where there were some others, like football, like Ryder Cup, like baseball. We're glad you're spending the hour with us at NFL Primetime. Well, the feature game was 3-0 Philadelphia at 3-0 Tampa Bay. It's been kryptonite, as you know. The Eagles, it's the one field and team they can't seem to tame. That was going to be hotter than heck. But you know what? The Eagles have something else in their quiver. I went to Philadelphia on Thursday and talked to quarterback Jalen Hurts and coach Nick Sirianni. Remember, last week they blocked 2 kicks to beat the Rams. Here's Coach.
I'm going to ask him. I'm just going to do the same thing. I click over. I go, hey, Coach Clay, we going to block this? Can we block this? He said, damn right. He blocked it. So I'm not going to say I've turned into superstitious, but I think I was standing next to Coach Clay, a little close to Jalen, and that's exciting.
Well, we're not going to say that he did exactly the same thing, but keep that in mind as you watch the highlight from, I'm still calling it, the new sombrero. Oh my goodness, real field, 3-digit boogie, you're from down there, you don't think it was that hot. The Eagles, they went there Friday night so they would have a practice to get used to heat and humidity. Could you? Well, the special teams were good with heat and humidity. Cam Latu blocks the punt. Sidney Brown and his band of renown, end zone. So 3 straight special teams plays, Eagles, 3 blocks.
Really good job of Latu getting low and ripping inside, and he took it right off the kicker's foot. Easy touchdown for the Eagles.
And there's Coach Clay. Now, wait a minute, flip. Oh, tricky Eagles.
Tricky.
Jalen Hurts to Dallas Goedert. And it's 14-3 Philly second quarter. Now, watch this. Oh, another shovel Goddard. Here we go. 21-3 Philly. So remember, they scored the last 26 points last week. 4 seconds left in the half, 24-3, 65 yards. It's a little long. But Chase McLaughlin now has the longest outdoor field goal in NFL history, 65 yards.
The ball travels in the heat, Boom.
Yeah, well, how come it doesn't work when we tee off and it's 100 degrees? Baker Mayfield, could he author another comeback? Emeka Peekaboo. How about that throw? He's peekaboo. He's in the end zone. Touchdown to the Bucks, trailing 24-13. Tampa Bay, Bucky Irving changed directions. Whoa, it's a fumble! Keely Ringo falls on it for Philly.
No doubt about it, Boom. How about the awareness there? Wrist not down, ball comes out, Eagles forcing turnovers, short field for the offense.
So they give the fumble recovery, 3rd and 1 at the 6. Now watch this, it's a tush. No, it's not! Oh, really trickier Eagles. Saquon.
Getting close to Halloween, they started
trick, treat, touchdown, 31-13. Now, 3rd quarter late, Baker steps up. That is on the run to Irving. Could go all the way. Follows the fumble with a 72-yard touchdown catch. 31-20, we got a ball game. This is what the Bucks do. Under 8 to go in the game, 31-23. Ball tipped, intercepted by Jihad Campbell in the end zone.
And if you're Baker Mayfield, that's one you want back, Boom. He took points off the board and gave a turnover to the Eagles.
So now they have a chance, but it's 4th and 10. They need something big. And Philly with the rush. Cade Otton, he's going to be short. Look, the Buccaneers tried. They came from way back, which is what they do. But the deficit, too much for Baker Mayfield. The Philadelphia Eagles finally win in Tampa despite the heat. They win at 31-25. They are 4-0. The Bucs, their first loss. Jalen Hurts afterwards.
I'm just proud of the way that we competed. Didn't quit. Found a way. Played very well situationally to an extent. Obviously a lot that we can improve from, but it's always good to get a win. out here, and they don't come easy. And so we had to go out there and earn it, and we did.
I mean, the fight, you're going to have that every week, but you can't fight and get behind the 8 ball against good teams and expect to win. So we're always going to have fight, and we just got to clean up mistakes now. It's getting to that point where we got to cut them down.
Jalen Hurts, I got to know him a little. It's not even chill. He's just so even-keeled. Look, so the Philadelphia Eagles are 20-1 in their last 21 games. And one of the things that I took from the visit there, it doesn't matter how it looks, how we win. We figure out a way to win. To your point, they barely had 200 yards, right?
Boom, they had 200 yards of offense. And to your point about Hurts, he's not positioned where he's bothered by who gets the credit. It doesn't matter who gets the credit to him. 200 yards of offense. They won the game. Block punt. Defense gave them short fields. They were able to capitalize on short fields. And in the end, all that matters is they win. Everybody has this conversation about him about where do you put him? Is he a top quarterback? The name of the game is to win the football games. And he's doing that at a higher level than anybody, Boom. So you got to give this team credit. It doesn't matter how they win. They know how to win. And the coach and the quarterback don't care who gets the credit.
And they're very much together, even though it doesn't look one's excitable and one is. Saquon has 237 yards through 4 weeks. What's wrong with the Eagles? Nothing.
They're undefeated.
They're 4-0. Now, Tampa Bay, give them credit. This is what they do. They're we said it last week. We'll repeat it again.
Yeah.
The most exciting team in football because offensively, Baker's never out of it. Defensively, Todd Bowles sends the guys. But special teams, again, it almost cost them the last 2 weeks. This time, even though it was early, it turned out to be a score that the Bucs needed.
No doubt. Special teams is a problem. They got to get that fixed. They're without 2 of their starting offensive linemen. Mike Evans didn't play. Some guys got hurt. When they're at their best, they can compete with the Eagles, Boom, but they got to be at full strength. Today, they were playing without a full deck, and they still almost beat the Eagles. So I think if you're a Buccaneer fan, you feel really good about what you are. At some point, Evans is coming back. You're going to get one of your 2 offensive linemen back. With a full team, they can compete with the top of the teams in the NFC. But today, it's too much to ask, especially turning the football over by Bucky Irvin and Baker throwing a pick in the end zone.
And Philly didn't. I mean, 200, but you don't turn the ball over.
There you go.
They put a lot into this game, Philly.
They did.
And it almost, they went into saunas during the week.
Trying to acclimate to the heat.
Listen, it's 35 degrees in Connecticut. He thinks it's cold. It's great in December. Don't be kidding me. Well, have things turned the other 3-0 teams. The Chargers, 3-0 coming into New York to place the winless Giants. And are they grasping at straws against Justin Herbert? They're going with the rookie from Ole Miss, Jackson Dart, and the fans with a standing ovation for the first Giants offensive series. And they drove almost the length of the field. That's Malik Neighbors catching it. Like a good neighbor, Malik was there, 13 yards. Then, aptly named Jackson darts into the end zone. The place is going nuts. The Giants have won the Super Bowl. They're up 7-0.
And he's got a little dance to him, boy.
Yeah, late in the first, Herbert. Oh, chip. Big fella, Dexter Lawrence, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling almost all the way in.
Boom, here's the thing about it. Not only did he catch it, tip it, he caught it and he took off running, Boom. 6'5", 300, we don't know what he weighs, but he looks good running.
Giants only got a field goal, give Chargers credit, 10-0. Now, Dart to Neighbors, but this, we don't know yet because it's Sunday night when we're doing it, but we hope the ACL is not torn.
Yeah, Boom, this is the thing you're concerned about. Anytime you have a non-contact injury and he gets carted off, one of the bright young players in our league, you're concerned about.
Yeah, we certainly are, and we hope it's better than what it looked like. Herbert, meanwhile, the Quentin Johnson, he's a young player, was kind of quiet. They were waiting on him. He's had a big year, 36-yard touchdown. Chargers cut it to 13-10 right before the half. That's what the good teams do, score late in the half and late in the game. Under 4 to go in the third, looking for McConkey, but not the way they drew it up. It's Drew Phillips with a 56-yard return, almost scoring.
The Giants had so much pressure on Herbert all day, and he felt it on that one, Boom.
That's what they do. That's the best part of the Giants, that front wall. Then Dart with a shovel to Theo Johnson. Hey, that's a passing touchdown. Didn't even hurt his arm throwing it. 21-10. Giants? Giants? Rookie running back from North Carolina, Omarion Hampton. He's going to the Hamptons. 54-yard touchdown. 21-18, they get a 2-point conversion, so now it's a 3-point game. Under 6 to go. Brian Dable, 4th and goal from the 3. Let's go! You didn't like it, Boog? It was a pretty good play when Dart found Wan'Dale Robinson. They can't make the catch.
Yeah, it was a bit of an aggressive play. I always think take the points, Boom.
Now 21-18, it remains the same. Seconds to go in the game. Herbert, but they're out of timeouts. They got to go a long way. Johnston, tick, 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 and Giants? They beat the Chargers. My goodness. Coach, quarterback, fans, there's hope. There's a win. It's 21-18. 1 start, 1 win. Jackson Dart.
Have a special relationship. You know, he's the guy that believed in me from day one. And you know, I think it does say a lot, you know, that he made the decision and had the confidence in me, and you know, even just giving me the ball in those situations on that 3rd down to make a play. So, you know, I think that I know that when you have a coach who you know has your back, you know, I'm gonna go out there and do everything that I can for him to win.
Well, hey, you win, you wear what you want. 3-0 Buffalo, that's not a surprise. At home, Josh Allen hosting the Saints. Had the Thursday game, so a mini bye. Khalil Shakir with the pitch from Allen. Look at him, fight off tacklers, 43 yards. Bills score first like they so often do, 7-0. Now, Saints, though, showed a lot of spunk. Kendre Miller, bang, 18-yard touchdown tied at 7.
Very poor tackling by the Buffalo Bills, Boom.
James Cook, he's had a heck of a start. Into the end zone, 8 straight games of the rushing touchdown, breaking the franchise record. Must have been Thermal Thomas, I meant. 14-7. Now, tricky Saints. Olave to Rattler back, but Cole Bishop is there to pick it off.
Yeah, Philly special didn't work that time.
No, at 14-10, the Bills leading in the half. Allen scrambling, and then, wait a minute, there's the replay. Never mind, my bad. I stepped on you, Booger. But I'll make it up for you on the golf course. Allen scrambled, this is what I'm talking about, bang. 45 career game with a passing and a rushing touchdown, at least one of each, most of NFL history tying Cam. Spencer Rattler to Chris Olave. Saints?
Rattler, huh?
In Buffalo? Rattler and Roller were down 21-16, 4th and 2. Bills to Shakir. Carl Granderson, Saints defense with a stop.
Yeah, giving him a chance.
9 minutes left in the game. Rattler to Brandon Cooks, and the Saints feel they have a lead. They first call it a touchdown. They took a long look, Book.
Yeah, no doubt. The tip of the ball hits the ground, boom. That means it's incomplete. Really good job about replay assist, helping the refs out.
So field goal, 21-19. Saints within 2. Now Allen. This is what he does. And by the way, it's a quarterback. I just thought I'd remind everybody. It's 27 yards. And then, boy, nobody's better throwing he throws to all 3 tight ends. Dalton Kincaid. 28-yard touchdown. The Bills, tougher than expected. But at home, they do what they, quote, always do. They win, and they win it 31-19. Josh's numbers, well, you see it, throw it, whatever. But again, 30 points is what the Bills do for Josh Allen.
You know, we weren't doing ourselves any favors. A couple boneheaded penalties, boneheaded mistakes, throwing a pick doesn't help. Defense had our back, though. You know, they played great all night or all day today, and you know, again, just gotta keep finding ways to keep moving the ball, staying in front of the chains, first downs, you know, and again, not turning the ball over.
You don't want to pour water on a 4-0 start, on 3-0 at home this year.
Yeah.
We're 10-0 at home last year, so the last home loss was the AFC Championship game 2 years ago to the Chiefs. But after 10 days and kind of a tougher than expected win over Miami, I think the Bills will feel a win is a win is a win, but they're not blowing teams out who maybe they should be way on top of.
They won't be satisfied, Boom, with how they played, especially defensively. Anytime you give up almost 200 yards rushing, it's a defense that's designed to get after the passer. Well, you have to be able to stop the run, and they couldn't do it today, almost 200 yards. And I think that if you're head coach Sean McDermott, who's a defensive guy, it's something you got to get shown up. The record doesn't matter. Buffalo is going to be in the postseason. It's not about what their record is. It's about, can you play winning football against the teams you need to play when it counts? And today they won, but the Saints are not the upper echelon. They're not playing to their ceiling right now. Offensively, Josh Allen is always going to be able to bail them out. They got to get better at the little things, because little things creep in, and they want to be playing their best come January.
Yeah, authoritative defense.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yes, exactly.
And they're 4-0. They've scored 133 points.
Yes.
So that's a good start, obviously. Speaking of good starts, Jackson Dart. Fans were calling for it. You figure there was an early cave.
Yeah.
Wrong. Boy, it changed everything, didn't it?
Boom. It's amazing what confidence will do, because everybody in the stands were happy. The team was excited. Did you see Brian Daboll, the head coach? Good. It's amazing what that'll do to get a team to go out and play. A team that hadn't won a game against a team that was undefeated. I couldn't tell which was which today. And that's because when you bring in the young quarterback, he brings the energy boom, and the young quarterback makes me on defense play better. It makes special teams play a little bit harder. It's that boost of excitement. Now, you go back, you learn from it, and you hope he's a little bit better every game. But Brian Daboll today, good for him playing the rookie, good for him getting the win today. They got something in Jackson Dart. If only for one game, it was worth the right move.
Well, he played with moxie.
Yes.
Played like I belong here, not, okay, I got the start, black.
Yeah.
The Chargers, look, they're 3-1. They're in first place. Their wins are all in the division. This is the first non-division game. They came all the way east. The rookie running back looked really good at Hampton. Defensively, it wasn't as authoritative as they've been. Is there any concern? You're not going to win every game, so let me temper that a little. Is there any booger?
It's a little concern. They're missing their two starting tackles. Joe Alt got hurt today, so they're on their third and fourth tackles. Khalil Mack is out. The injuries may start to mount up because they play a physical style of football. So my only concern, Boom, does the physicality wear on this team throughout the season? Because we know what style of ball their head coach wants to play. But you're right. Herbert is playing his way into the MVP conversation. Quentin Johnson has been reborn. He looks like a true number one receiver. I love all that, but the injuries are the one thing they can't control.
No, they're in good shape. But the first loss, another undefeated team falls. All right, so first NFL game in Dublin. And, you know, they wanted to get the game and then watch the Ryder Cup. You know that's what was going on. Rory, and Lowry, and oh my goodness, when they went and watched, they didn't know that, my God, the U.S. almost stormed in an unbelievable comeback. Oh, by the way, football. Aaron Rodgers, from his own 20, DK Metcalf, he could go all the way. He said he liked Guinness. We're pouring one for him. That's Rodgers, not Metcalf.
The first explosive play for DK.
Carson Wentz starting again for McCarthy, the injured, and picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And you got to give him credit. Look, the Irish kid.
Yeah, I like it, Boom.
Yeah, still having fun.
Having fun.
14-6. Maybe there was Guinness all the way around. I don't know. Steelers, all kinds of pressure when they brought it. Vikings, Josh Oliver falls on the fumble, the big guy. Wentz got hit hard. 2 plays later, hello, T.J. Watt. Like brother, and T.J.'s done this a million times too. Intercepts, runs, punts. He does it all.
Love it. Great play by T.J. Watt.
3.5 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 24-14. The Vikings have scored once to get it to 10 points. Jordan Addison. What happened there? 81 yards. Oh, he almost goes all the way.
Blown coverage. Welcome back, Jordan Addison.
4th and goal. The Steelers almost make a stand, but Jalen Naylor is in there. We have a 24-21 game. 3rd and 1. Pittsburgh trying to pick it up. Kenneth Gainwell had a couple of touchdowns. Did not gain well there. Tackled short of first down, but eventually the Steelers defense to make a stand. 4th and 18. Elliott bats it down. Pittsburgh. They go all the way across the pond. And they're listening to some music. The Irish jig for real. Hey, laddie. The Steelers are 3-1. They win it 24-21. Aaron Rodgers, Mick Rodgers, enjoying himself.
There was a lot of us that wanted to win it a little bit more for the family, knowing how much affection they have for this area. So I enjoyed that talk last night from Coach T, and again, I really enjoyed everything that we experienced here. It was a short trip, but from the moment we landed, the security guys over at the Carlton House were hilarious, and the Guinness was good in downtown Dublin, and it'll be a nice flight back with hopefully a yearly return by us or 2 other teams.
Steelers 3-1, a happy flight home. Lions, that loss to the Packers seems like a long time ago already. Boog, the Lions hosting Cleveland. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's 25, tiptoe through the sideline, 25 yards. Then Jahmyr Gibbs. Staying in bounds. We're tied at 7. They have so many weapons, this isn't news. Under 5 minutes to go, second quarter. Cleveland with that tough defense, keeping it at 10-7. Joe Flacco for Jerry Jeudy, but the judge slips. DJ Reed, good player, comes up with the interception, and he's going almost all the way down to the 5. And duck, goose.
Yeah, I like it. Have a little fun out there.
Irish jigs, duck, goose, duck, touchdown. Goff to St. Brown. 20-7 Detroit at the half. And that, in Cleveland, they're down 2 touchdowns. They can't. This young man, Khalif Raymond, has been a big-time punt returner for a long time, Booger. Look at him, whoop, and then whoop. I don't think the punter is going to, I don't think so. Goodbye. 27-10 Lions.
Really good job making the first guy miss, Boom, and then getting vertical. He goes in the stands, gets a little kiss, Boom.
And that's his wife. So football,
I hope so.
And everybody, starting with his wife, his bride, loves Raymond. Aiden Hutchinson comes through. Joe Flacco fumbles. Lions recover. You got to hear him coming.
You have to, no doubt about it.
It's like a freight train. 3rd and goal, Lions. Goff to St. Brown. So, this is what the Lions do, and they've scored 137 points. That's the most in football as we speak. They go on to beat the Browns 34-10. Colts, undefeated. 3-0 Colts at the Rams, who almost remain undefeated. Were beaten at Philly by 2 block kicks last week. Matthew Stafford, Devontae Adams. You knew this would click. 16 yards. 2nd and goal. Stafford, good pocket. Adams, that's how you draw it up.
Really good job by the offensive line. He went left, went right, came back left, touchdown.
106th career receiving touchdown. He and Mike Evans tied most active players. Daniel Jones to Adonai Mitchell. Oh, with the move. He could go all the way, but guess what? The ball!
Boom, once again, you got a young player trying to celebrate before the ball crosses the line. He loses it, goes out of the back of the end zone, touchback.
Is that their first turnover of the year, and it's that? Scores 13-10. Rams, 4th quarter. Daniel Jones, the Colts look better every time you see him. Yeah. Tyler Warren, 23 yards. And then Michael Pittman, where is he? Off the back foot. 17-13. The Colts trying to go a perfect September. Next drive, Rams, very first play. Kyron Williams. Oh, there's a fumble. He can't have it. Recovered. Sean McVay says, what is happening?
Yeah, Boom, that's on Williams, though. Stafford put the ball in. He's got to secure it. He did. Great play by the Colts.
Give Rams defense credit. Held them to a field goal, 20-13. Under 6 to go. Stafford. Adams. So you know the other receivers they got, as in Puka. Did I mention Puka Nacua? Well, here's Adams looking great. And then 4th and 2 from the 9. Puka Shell. Touchdown. He had 170 yards receiving. We're tied at 20. 2.5 to go. Tie game. They give us to Jonathan Taylor. Oh, what a start he's had to the season. Spinning. He's in the end zone. But there's a flag. And oh no, it's Adonai again.
Yeah, Boom, sometimes you have bad days like this, but you got to know when you're on the outside, you can't just pull a guy down to the ground. Really good call by the ref.
So, the play doesn't stand, the Colts punt, and guess what happens? Stafford, not to Puka, not to Devontae, but the Tutu! Tutu! Here comes the train. Tutu Atwell 88 yards. Stafford's played forever. That's the longest in his career.
Boom, Colts only had 10 guys on the field on that play.
Well, that'll hurt. 27-20. Jones to Pittman. Well, double coverage to Cam Curl to end the game, and so Colts had 3 turnovers. They, and Buffalo had their first turnover today. Try to go through September without it, but that's the big play.
Yeah, Daniel Jones trying to throw the ball into that too deep shell, into what they call the honey hole. Great play by Cam Curl, reading his eyes.
So the Rams are 3-1. Good team, obviously. Colts are 3-1. We told you Puka 13 for 170. We told you, and the Rams on Thursday night play San Francisco.
Yeah.
So that division, everyone is critical. So where do we want to start here? Are we on Colts-Rams? So I know the Colts lost it. We're going to start with them.
Yeah.
You tell me every week, boom, you're not seeing everything. There's no fall off in them. They just made mistakes today. The penalties and the spike. There you go.
They turned the football over 3 times, Boom, and then you have the safety going out of the back of the end zone, or the touchback going out of the back of the end zone. They can't make those mistakes. But they finally have a quarterback in Daniel Jones that's giving them an opportunity. And even with those mistakes, they're still in the game. They got a good football team. What they're going to do is learn when you get in these tight games. These games in the NFL are decided by the smallest margins, and they can't make the mistakes. I leave this game, I'm not deterred from the Colts.
No.
I know I went on the road in Los Angeles against the Rams. I think the Rams are one of the top 4 teams in the NFC. And so for the coach to go out there and play with them, I feel really good about where they are. You just can't turn the ball over.
And the reason you just said that about the Rams is, look, Matthew Stafford, his back, is it going to hold up? Look, we're not doctors. Looks pretty good to me.
Yes. Not only does it look good, he's got 2 really big-time receivers. And I thought they showed themselves well against the Philadelphia Eagles, Boom, and they came back. And they didn't play their best, but what they have an offense that's explosive, that can help even when they turn the football over. You got Puka, you got Devontae Adams, you got Kyron Williams. Matthew Stafford. They can put points on the board against anybody, and they always know that with Matthew Stafford back there and an aggressive play caller in Coach Sean McVay, they can play and they can score with anybody. This is a really good team. Don't be surprised if they're right back at the top of the NFC as far as 1-2 in the conference when it's all said and done.
Well, they're almost 4-0.
No question.
They went into Philly and did
question.
it. The Pittsburgh Steelers, little different look than last year, but it's the same. They have the 9 lives of a cat.
Yeah.
First week, they get a 60-yard field goal, beat the Jets. Last week, they could have lost at New England, but they forced 5 turnovers. This time, 80-yard touchdown pass, but, they withstood a Viking comeback. Here's the bottom line. Pittsburgh wins, and rather than winning 16-13 all year last year, now they're in the low 20s. This allows that defense to come and hit a ceiling that we haven't even come close to yet. You agree with that?
No doubt. They haven't played their best, Boom. Their ceiling is so much higher than last year. They have Rodgers, and he only threw the football 22 times today.
Right.
They ran the football a lot. They're good. That's the formula that Mike Tomlin wants to play with, but they have the ability, if and when he needs to, he can throw it 40 times. They got an explosive receiver in DK Metcalf, 80-yard touchdown today. And defensively, when they're healthy, you got Watt, you got Hayward, you got Ramsey. You got a bunch of guys over there that understand how to make big plays. I think Mike Tomlin feels really good about this team.
Yeah, and they can score a little, which last year was – but they win. They just went on that losing streak at the end. But in September, they will take 3-1 any day of the week. Commanders at the Falcons. Man, the Falcons, I think even weeks, they're great. What week is this, week 4?
Yeah.
Well, guess what's going to happen if they play Washington? And their old coach, Dan Quinn, of course, led the Falcons to the Super Bowl 51. He's back first time as a opposing head coach for Washington, and he watched Michael Penix in his old building to Drake London. Werewolf of London, 43 yards, and now Bijan Mustard Robinson at close to 200 yards from scrimmage on this day. 17-10 Atlanta over Washington, a fun game at the half. 10 minutes into the third, Penix. That is the way it's supposed to look. Robinson, till he's brought down by Jeremy Reeves, 69 yards.
He can do it running and catching, Boom.
And then Penix fakes the handoff. The little lefty toss, Kyle Pitts.
Where's he been?
Well, it's an even week. Here he is, 24-13 Atlanta. And then the bowling ball, Tyler Algier. Look out! A 7-10 split. The Falcons lead it 31-16. Under 9 to go in the game. Marcus Mariota again playing for Jaden Daniels. Debo. Whoa. Marcus, one of the best backups in the league, no question. 31-24, they get a 2-point conversion. Penix. Pitts. Told you, even weak.
Yeah, he's showing up.
Hey, field goal, 34-24. Now the Commanders get a field goal, onside kick, almost impossible to get. You got to try it. It hops, skips. Pitts with the good hands team.
Showed up today.
Hey, Falcons? Actually, they look very good. They win 34-27. We told you the big game for Phoenix and for Bijan Robinson. Phoenix do for 3-13. Jags, Niners undefeated, winning 16-15 last week. The Jaguars, usually trouble on the West Coast. Brock Purdy back in, so you knew that it would be San Francisco. I don't know. Dennis Gardeck punches the ball out. Andrew Wingard for the much improved Jags defense.
Yeah, really good job, Boom. Defenders are doing this awesome by any time the ball carriers knock the football out.
Travis Etienne, and he looks good to start it. Wow! What a juke that was. Etienne, etouffee for everybody. 7-3, Jags lead. Purdy. Plenty of time. Oh, off the hands of Christian McCaffrey. Devin Lloyd was Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, ball a little high there by Purdy, off McCaffrey's hands. Good play by Lloyd.
Maybe a little rusty.
Yeah,
2-3 weeks it happens. Trevor Lawrence started out hot. Hits to Hunter Long. Touchdown. Forget the flag. 17-6. Jaguars in the Bay Area. Under 7 to go in the third. 17-14 Jags lead. Purdy. Lloyd. Former number 1 pick. A first-round draft pick. At times showed great. Sometimes not. This is having a good start to the year. 2 picks him. 20-14, it leads to a field goal. Parker Washington fields the point. Whoop, makes 1 miss. Oh, that's a nice move. Look out! He's a parallel Parker. He's gone. You're not going to get him. 87-yard special teams. This first month has been a difference in so many games, Booger. 26-14, they don't get the 2. Purdy. Looking for Kendrick Bourne. First down on 3rd and 5. Down to the 21. Remember, he caught the big touchdown. This is Jake Tonjes. He's going to get in the end zone again. Nice Bay Area story. Kyle Shanahan loving it. 26-21. Cam Little, 47 yards. It's a little outside.
Yeah, playing for the draw, and it didn't draw, Boom.
Oh, they got a chance. Trevor Lawrence goes, no. So 26-21. Can the Niners win it? Under 3 to go. Purdy. Oh, but it's poked out. Eric Armstead, former Niner. Foyesade Oluokun from Yale.
I like it. Armstead with a great rush, long arm knocking it out.
So 3 turnovers forced by the Jags. And the 49ers fall for the first time, and the Jags don't overlook them. The Jags win at 26-21. They are 3-1. Now, normally, you'd say, oh, undefeated Ravens against undefeated Chiefs. Wait a minute. You mean they're both 1-2?
Yeah.
Have I been asleep? What do you mean? Lamar Jackson, Ravens, first drive. Here they go, scoring points. Zay Flowers, 21 yards. Hot day in Kansas City. Not as hot as Tampa, but Jackson. Where's their justice in the world? Justice Hill, touchdown, 7-0 Baltimore. It's supposed to look like that. Chiefs on defense. Oh, Spags is sending them. Lamar look for Mark Andrews. Leo Chanel, number 5. He smells great. Great interception. And first pick of the year against Lamar.
Ball a bit underthrown into the inside by Lamar. You got to throw that ball away into the outside so Andrews can make a play.
Chiefs only kicking field goals at 7-6. Still Baltimore. Midway second. Mahomes. Oh, the X-Man is back.
Yeah.
Xavier Worthy. You think that doesn't open up some things? 35-yard pickup. Then Mahomes, Juju Smith-Schuster, Chiefs lead 13-7. Offensively, they've really struggled this year, but now they're getting people back, and this looks like the Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco had a good second half against the Giants. He's coming on 250 touchdown passes. Mahomes, fastest all time to reach 250. 20-7 Chiefs. Late second, Lamar. Oh, but his own lineman, and inadvertently Tyler Linderbaum, ball out, Drew Tranquill on it.
Yeah, boom. Lamar's got to hold on to that ball. You can't blame the lineman there. That's on the quarterback. Hold on to it tighter.
Drew Tranquill played a big role for Kansas City's defense. Chiefs lead 20-10 at the half. Third quarter, Patrick. Little pressure, but there's Worthy down for a first down and then some. 28 yards. He caught for 83. He ran for 38, did Worthy. And Tyquan Thornton, who's been a revelation, a bust with the Patriots. He's contributed every game.
He's now Patrick's favorite receiver.
27-10 Chiefs. Then, Furious George. George Karlaftis sacks Lamar for the third time. Remember, Lions sacked him, 7 times? He had to leave with a hamstring injury. We don't know much as we do this. Cooper Rush, remember, former Cowboy, he came in. Meanwhile, Mahomes, 4th and 1. Hollywood Brown. This is the way it's supposed to look. Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes, 25 of 37 for 270. The Chiefs finally light it up on offense against the Ravens. They win it 37-20. John Harbaugh's team 1-3 on Lamar's status.
I don't have any really updates on seriousness of injuries right now. There's nothing that looks like it's season-ending by any stretch for anybody, any of those guys. But we'll have to look at those injuries tomorrow and see where we're at going forward. I'm concerned, but I'm not overwhelmed by it. You know, we played the 3 losses are against probably 3 of the top teams in the league for sure. You know, and that's just the hand we've been dealt. But it doesn't really matter. We got to win the next game, and then once you win the next game, then you have a chance to start stacking some wins. And
yeah, he's just so explosive. I mean, you just see it when you get the football in his hands, man. It just makes the defenses have to adjust, and when they adjust, it's like he gets so much attention on him. Other guys can make plays happen, and so just having him out there, not only for his physical ability, but just the morale of the room, I thought it was huge.
Well, let's start with the Chiefs. This looked better, much better offensively. They could run some. Pacheco looked more like he's supposed to look. And one by one, they're getting their parts back on offense. Rice in 2 more weeks. And we're not surprised. The Chiefs, they've been waiting for a game like this. It took really 3.5 games.
Well, what's been their issue? It's been the explosiveness of the offense. And now you insert Xavier Worthy. He's got 120 all-purpose yards. The speed and the explosiveness and the scary element of their offense is back, boom. And I think that's one of the things that you saw the smile on Patrick Mahomes' face. Because now defenses have to back up. And what does that do? That opens up Kelsey underneath. That opens up the ability to run the football. They missed Xavier Worthy. Hollywood Brown now has more room to operate. Rashee Rice is going to come back. And so slowly but surely, the pieces of this offense has come back. And if you looked at both of these teams, they both came into this game 1-2. And you said which team could least afford to be 1-3? It was Kansas City. And they played with just a little bit more desperation in Baltimore.
Right, and because the Chargers, and then they lost their first game.
Yes.
Look, it's way early to look at standings, and Coach Harbaugh's saying the right things. They did, they scored 40 at Buffalo and they lost. They played Detroit, they played the Chiefs, but the Ravens expect to win these. Defensively, I understand. Matabuke's out. They have Van Noy. I get it. Defensively, this is not what we're used to from the Ravens, even though they played electric offense.
Defensively, they have to be better, especially the pass defense. It's been a problem for the last 2 years. It continues to be a problem. That's number one. Number two, in the biggest game, boom, what did we say? In the biggest games, Lamar has to play better. Through an interception, he fumbled the football. He has to make up for a defense that's lacking playmaking ability right now. He didn't do it. They're 1-3, and I get it. The schedule has been hard, but guess what? It's the NFL. It's going to be hard. They are in a big hole right now. Lucky for them, Cincinnati's not going anywhere. Pittsburgh looks to be very formidable. They have to be very careful because the losses start to stack up really easy.
I think they play Cleveland and Cincinnati in whatever order the next 2. We'll see.
Yeah.
But a win is a win is a win.
Yeah.
The Ravens need it badly, and they're not a great down 14, 16, 18 points from behind. They score a lot, but that's not what they want. Panthers at the Patriots. Mike Vrabel. Team almost had Pittsburgh beat last week, but turned it over 5 times. Guess what? Marcus Jones. This is another special teams play. Panthers punting. Marcus Jones. Whoop. Oh, and he's got like too many Patriots on the field, it looks like. This is like a block party. Literally, Marcus Jones touchdown.
Boom. The key to a great punt return, make the first guy miss and get north and south.
Patriots lead 7-6 second quarter. Drake May, he can run it. And he does it right there. 14-6 Patriots. Remember the Panthers won at home last week, 30-0, but this was on the road. Bryce Young and company barely win. Made it Stephon Diggs. Yeah, we saw picks today. Stephon Diggs. Travion Henderson. We showed you rookie running back before. Second round pick. He looks good. 28-6 at the half. New England. Same score, third. May enjoys throwing to Hunter Henry, the tight end. Keeps going in the end zone, 35-6. And then, fourth quarter, just to add to it, it's Mack Hollins to the Patriots in a laugher. By the way, the punt return yardage by Marcus Jones, 167 in the game, breaks a team record set by then rookie, now Hall of Famer, Mike Haynes, 1976. Titans, Texans. Well, they're both 0-3. I'm going to go out on a limb. Somebody's got to win. C.J. Stroud, fourth quarter. It's only 6-0, like it took them to late third to anybody to get in the red zone in this game. That's Stroud to Woody Marks. 12-yard touchdown. They don't get 2, but they're up 12-0. Cam Ward, the rookie, he struggled. I mean, Houston can play defense.
No doubt about it.
And even though they haven't done much on offense, here's the pass off the hands. Derek Stingley with the pick. Texans in business in territory of the Titans. Then Stroud to Jaden Higgins. That's nice. It's supposed to look like that.
That's what it's supposed to look like. Been waiting on that in Houston all season.
19-0. And Woody Marks. Oh, wow. Shifty. Shifty Woody. 18 yards. Texans shut out the Titans 26-0. And the Titans, going back to last year, have lost 10 straight. Houston gets a much-needed first win of the year. Cam Ward, 10 of 26.
They got to get Cam some help down there in Tennessee.
Bears, Raiders, good game in Vegas. Caleb, Bears, visiting Pete Carroll's. Geno Smith looks over the middle. Oh, Kevin Byard, he's been good for a long time. Oh, takes a licking, but down to the 24. Bears kick field goal, 3-0 Chicago. Third and goal, Bears. Late first. Oh, we saw TJ Watt. That's Max Crosby. Spell it with 2 X's, please.
I love it, Boom. Dexter Lawrence, TJ Watt, now Max Crosby. Tip it, catch it, pick it.
Awesome. 13 seconds left. Second and goal, Smith to Ashton Jeanty. Yes, the first round pick from Boise State. When's he going to be a big factor? How about today? 7-3 Raiders. Geno, Jacoby Myers, but Byard again.
Really good job by Byard reading Geno's eyes for the second time, getting the INT.
The Byard market. Then, second quarter, 4 minutes to go in the half. This is what they're looking for. Juke, jive, power, God. Jeanty could go all the way to Boise. 64 yards, 14-9, 80. First play of the second half, Geno. Oh, wow. Tyreek Stevenson.
Yeah.
Wow. Geno's thrown 3 picks. Can't. You can't, okay? Meanwhile, Caleb, 3rd and 12. Rome Odunze. Rome wasn't building the day, but he gets to the end zone. 16-14 Bears. Late third, Smith, Jeanty. There you go. So he caught 2.
Yeah, hard for one guy to bring him down, Boom.
First Raiders rookie with 3 touchdowns in a game. I don't know if you ever heard of him, Bo Jackson.
Yeah, I think I have.
Michael Haynes,
Yeah,
Bo Jackson.
yeah.
When you get that, we're bringing you in. Under 3 to go, fourth quarter. Williams, Odunze, 17 yards. Bears in the red zone. Raiders lead by 5. Under 2 to go. Bears, first and goal. DeAndre Swift is in the end zone. They don't get 2, so 25-24, the Raiders can win. Daniel Carlson, 54 yards, blocked.
Seen a lot of block kicks lately, Boom. A lot of them.
Special teams spelled the end of this game. Josh Blackwell did the blocking.
Coming off the edge, Boom. Way to lay out, get vertical, and get the kick.
So Blackwell blocked well. There's no other way to put it. And the Chicago Bears, they're 2-2. The Raiders fall to 1-3. 2 interesting teams actually in that game. The Bears, look, I understand a lot of it was off turnovers, but they're scoring some points. Ben Johnson, he won his first. Now he's won his second. They're going to be a team to watch, even if they're in the Detroit Green Bay division, and Minnesota, which will be hard to pick up.
And the most important thing for the Bears, Boom, is the development of the quarterback, Caleb Williams. And you're starting to see him play better. He looks calmer in the pocket. The biggest thing with him the last couple of years is, like, he looks very skittish in the pocket. Ben Johnson's come in, trying to calm him down, settle his feet down, make him play from the pocket. We know you can do all the wild things, but can you play from the pocket? He's starting to do that more and more. He seems more comfortable.
And the Raiders, we love Geno, but they're again trying to climb uphill in that division, and that's going to be hard unless they play really pretty perfect football.
Their margin for error is very slim. They got to run the football, which is why they drafted Ashton Jeanty. Geno can't turn the football over. Defensively, they can't give up the big play. That's their formula. Today, Geno turned the football over through 3 interceptions, turned it over. They got good production from Jeanty, but the defense just wasn't able to make up for the 3 turnovers. I still like what they're doing. Pete Carroll has his culture. They're a very physical football team. I like what they're doing, but they have a certain way they have to win every ball game.
You know who's winning football games in a certain way, and we've not all missed it 100%. But let's give you the 3-1, ladies and gentlemen, Liam Coen, new coach, Jacksonville Jaguars, offensive coach, etc. So the Jags on this day forced 4 turnovers. So they won on the road at San Francisco. They're not a good West Coast team historically. They made none, which meant they have forced 13 turnovers. They've turned the ball over 5 plus 9. Plus 9 through 4 games, I like your chances.
Well, it's the key stat when it comes to predicting wins and losses in our league. Turnovers followed by explosive plays. And I think they're doing the turnover part. Liam Coen was brought in, the head coach, to fix the quarterback. Can you get the quarterback to play at a higher level? The defense can help that by giving him more opportunities. So I think what you're seeing is you're seeing a team that believes in their quarterback more. You're seeing a defense that's playing fast. Trayvon Walker, the former #1 pick. Aiden Hutchinson gets a lot of the fame, a lot of notoriety. Walker's playing really well also. Josh Hines-Allen. They got a lot of young playmakers on defense. ETN is making plays out of the backfield. Young talent coming together. Maybe, just maybe, Boom, they're under the right coach that can get the best out of them because they are loaded with talent. They got a lot of high draft picks on that team.
Well, they and the Colts are 3-1 in a division that's been owned by Houston, who finally won their first game. So we say, well, who's going to challenge Houston? Well, apparently we got a couple of teams.
I think we do.
Game ball. You love this guy.
Boom. For me, we talk a lot about some of the great receivers in the league, Jefferson, Chase, but we don't mention Puka Shell Nacua. I know
Aloha.
Aloha. I know you love that name, Boom. He was absolutely outstanding today. 15 targets, 13 catches, 170 yards, 1 touchdown, averaged 13.1 yards a catch. But here's the thing I love about him. Even on a team with Devontae Adams, in a go-to moment, when they need a first down, they're not going to Devontae Adams. They're going to Puka Nacua. He's their #1 receiver. He allowed them to trade Cooper Kupp. I just love how tough, how physical, and he always makes the catch in a crucial situation.
You know who we never talk about? Art, I'm kidding. But we haven't talked about him much yet this year. Patrick Mahomes. This is the way it's supposed to look. Throwing to all receivers, getting protection, having lead, be able to freewheel a little bit, and he threw 4 touchdown passes in a game that both the Chiefs and the Ravens really needed. You hate to say a September game, and you need it. But the Chiefs, they do not fall to 1-3. They go to 2-2, and so they're on Monday Night Football next week against the Jaguars. So what did they learn when they watch NFL primetime? Spags will see it. Andy will see it. They're +9, Jacksonville.
Turnovers, yeah.
We better hold on to the ball. Yeah. Well, we're holding on to more highlights for you because Dallas hosting Green Bay. Not a lot of build-up to this game.
No.
Yeah, maybe there was. Scott Van Pelt with highlights. Scotty.
Boomer, thank you very much. This game was completely bananas, so much so that the highlight begins at 20-16 in the third quarter. We have limitations how much we can show. There's Mike and Dak, former teammates, of course, Jerry. We all know how we ended up getting here. As for how we got to this final, I'm fixing to show you. Javonte Williams here picks up 9, but Micah Parsons slow to get up as he lands kind of awkwardly there, had the back issues, as we know. It was back and forth between the sidelines and the field from there. Under a minute to go in the third, Dak delivers the laser to Jake Ferguson for a touchdown. Cowboys back in front, 23-20. Micah frustrated to be having to watch on the sideline. Under 4 to go in this game, Packers now trail 30-27. And Jordan Love connects with Romeo Doubs. Big first down on 3rd and 8. The drive continues. 3rd and 10. Connection again. It's Love to Doubs. 3 touchdowns on the night for Romeo. Packers lead once again, 34-30. Ensuing Cowboys drive. On 3rd and 3. Dak hits Jalen Tolbert. The drive continues. Next play, George Pickens. And the tackling was not great here. Remember how great that Packer defense looked? First couple of weeks, now they can't tackle anybody. Pickens, and the score makes it 37-34. Green Bay's got all their timeouts. Can they get in field goal range? One dump off to running back Josh Jacobson, they're already in field goal range. Brandon McManus from 53, and we are numb to the fact that 53 is a long field goal, but this is like a video game. It is dead center down the middle. The game heads to overtime. In overtime, Dallas, 2nd and 7. And Dak rolls out and just kind of ad-libs. He's pushed as he throws it towards the sideline. Amazing ad-lib from Dak and an incredible catch from Tolbert on the sidelines to get his feet in bounds. Now this play, huge, because most of the night Parsons was held in check, but he's able to chase down Dak, which means Dallas has to settle for a field goal. Ensuing Packer drive, 4th and 6. The rookie from Texas is Matthew Golden. They trust his hands. He rewards that trust. Drive continues. Out of timeouts, there's enough time to run a couple of plays. All right, the Love dump to Emmanuel Wilson, and the clock is ticking. I'll quote you, Boomer. Tick, 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 tick. 5, 4, get rid of it. 3, 2. The incompletion falls to the turf with 1 second on the clock, which is just enough to bring out McManus, who you see his kind of abbreviated follow through. Looked like he hurt himself on the kickoff at some point, but he's able to make that. And this insane game, the 2nd highest point total ever in a tie, ends with 9 consecutive drives that featured scores, and neither side won. It was interesting to hear the post-game sound. Everybody frustrated by the outcome, including some, I believe it was George Pickens said, I never even heard of a tie. Doesn't happen a lot, but it happened here. Green Bay takes on the Bengals after a bye. It's Dallas that will head to New York to take on the Jets next week.
Well, there you go. Another month down, right? 4 weeks in, we start to make some assumptions. Many will be wrong.
Yeah.
But we start to make some observations, and we hope that NFL Primetime helps you make some observations, because really, we could use all the help we could get. For Booger, I'm Boomer. Thanks for watching. It's a labor of love. Have a great week. Happy October. Let me be among the first to wish everybody a great October. See you next week.